In this week's court report this afternoon, the local man charged with 3 counts of burglary, obtaining or possessing a credit or debit without consent of the cardholder, and fraudulent use of a credit card or debit card got a few more days added onto his jail term. Jeff Caraballo was sentenced to 4 days with credit for time served for driving on a suspended license. Caraballo was not present at today's court proceedings because he was previously sentenced to 28 to 72 months at High Desert Correctional Facilities for a separate case. The Pahrump woman facing charges including first-degree arson and torturing, injuring, and abandoning animals after a fire that was reportedly intentionally set inside her home, which killed 17 dogs, was scheduled for a calendar call on Monday. Diane Davis now has another calendar call set for August 1st, and her jury trial remains scheduled for September 6th. Davis also has a second case in district court in which she was found guilty on 2 of 3 counts after being charged with obtaining and using personal ID, offering false instrument for filing, and burglary. Davis's sentencing in that case is on July 18th. The Pahrump man who pleaded guilty to 3 counts of discharging a firearm at or into a structure after shooting into his neighbor's home on New Year's Day has now been sentenced. Paul Applegate was sentenced to 24 to 60 months per count, consecutive with restitution. Police say 21-year-old Applegate targeted his neighbor because their dog killed Applegate's mom's dog back in 2014. Applegate confessed to the shooting after shells from a .38 caliber handgun, the kind of gun his mom owned, were found at the crime scene. Fortunately, no one was injured during that shooting. Also in court Monday, the fiancé of a former deputy attorney general arrested on drug charges. Jennifer Marsden answered to her own allegations connected to her fiancé, Timothy Treffinger's case, by pleading guilty in 2 separate cases to conspiracy of violating the Uniform Controlled Substance Act. Treffinger was arrested back in May 2015 after a month-long investigation regarding drug sales. Treffinger and another man were immediately arrested, but Marsden was sought for questioning. Treffinger later made a plea agreement pleading guilty only to possession of a controlled substance and was placed in the diversion program. Marsden has her sentencing hearing scheduled for August 29th. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.
Mosquitoes carrying the dangerous Zika virus are expected to start infecting Americans in the United States within a month or 2, possibly showing up in southern Nevada soon after. There are 5 confirmed cases of the Zika virus in southern Nevada. Those infected traveled to other countries and brought the virus back with them. The virus is carried by mosquitoes. Experts say to cut down on the risk, dispose of standing water in your yard and wear mosquito repellent if you are outside.
Federal prosecutors will seek the death penalty for Dylann Roof, who is accused of killing 9 people at an historic African-American church in Charleston, South Carolina in July 2015. Roof is charged with 33 federal offenses, including hate crime charges for allegedly targeting his victims on the basis of their race and religion. The state's case will be heard in January. There is no date yet for his federal trial.
News 46 will return in just a moment.